Hello everybody, it's Rick. It is Tuesday, May the 24th, 2022. If you need to contact me, my email is rick0327@me.com. Please send me an email if you're interested in receiving my paperwork. I do not answer questions or give out legal advice. Okay, I'm sorry. This is just for child support. If you have any questions, just watch my videos. That's the reason why I make the videos, to give you the information. Okay, understand if you get my paperwork, okay, you can receive it. My paperwork for a gift. The gift is a usual cost of what an attorney would charge you for a consultation. Okay, my paperwork is typed on court pleading templates, which means they will be accepted in all courts. And if the court says it's not, that they can't accept it because it's not up to their, whatever rules, or they're lying. Okay, trust me. Okay. Here's something to read. Okay, just for information, but no, my paperwork is, also be aware there are frauds out there selling my paperwork, okay? Okay, this week I got notified by a few people that there are some fraudsters out there selling my paperwork, like this moron right here, Romaine Mullen, okay, was in some Facebook group over in Michigan, okay, claiming he has 65 affidavits that can help you in any child support case. I have affidavits for wage garnishment and so many more. I would post them all here, but don't want to spam. So if you need help with your case, message me. I beat mine, and all my affidavits were created by a judge. This is my paperwork, okay? And this is like outdated paperwork also. But, just to give you an idea of the people out there, okay, they're selling my paperwork, like this moron right here, okay? Trust me, no judge is going to type up 65 affidavits, okay? They wouldn't do that. So even his bullshit claim is bullshit, all right? So just be advised, there are a lot of fraudsters out there. I even got contacted by people who received my paperwork from other people asking me for help. I'm like, sorry, I'm not in the practice of helping people who bought my paperwork from somebody else, okay? You better off getting the paperwork from me. But understand there are a lot of scammers out there, okay? He's one of them. All right, Romaine Mullen. It's probably Roman. You probably just spelled the name wrong. Who the hell knows? Here's a guy who received a refund using my paperwork. Okay, I had to block out some information. It's hard to read, but it's from New York State. I'm not sure what county it's in, but it's hard to see. But it's you got a $1,500 refund using my paperwork. This is him here, Shamir. Okay, you want to read it real fast. Okay, I'm not going to read it, but you guys, you want to read it, freeze it, read it. Okay, just to prove that my paperwork is legit. My paperwork must be legit because I'm helping people make money out there. All right, so let's talk about fighting an income withholding order to stop wage garnishment. Okay, if you receive a income withholding order, you're gonna send the child support agency, your employer, or a bank. I forgot to put that in there. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, send the child support child support agency, your employer, and bank. Those are usually the three people who will contact you in regards to a income withholding order, okay? And what you need to do right away is send a cease and desist, illegal seizure of your property. Okay, you're going to declare in your affidavit that the Bill of Rights, the Fourth Amendment, requires a warrant from a court of proper jurisdiction. Okay, I mean, this shows you it's a complete fraud, this child support. I mean, it is completely violate the Bill of Rights. All right, the Fourth Amendment requires that to seize your property, they need a warrant. So what do? They create an income withholding order issued by a child support agency, which is not a court of proper jurisdiction, and they're sending it to your employer, usually, to seize your money. And what they do is then they threaten your employer. I mean, they're really dirty people. I mean, and most employers, they don't like to, they're afraid, okay? And then it puts you in a bad position where you have to take your employer to court to file an injunction, okay? They really put you in a bad spot. One guy, his employer was not going to send the child support money, and the state was going to suspend his business license. That's how dirty these people are. Okay, because there's no reason for an employer to acknowledge an income withholding order because it's not a warrant. By definition, it's not a warrant. Okay, it's a fraud. They don't even, in most income withholding orders, if you look at it, it doesn't even have a judicial signature anywhere. It's just a form. Okay, and what it is, over the years, I'm convinced that your employer gets compensated from the child support agency. Okay, because I would, in my own case, I did battle with the bank that froze my money. I mean, my pension system. I mean, these people were fighting me tooth and nail, and it convinces me that they're all part of the fraud and are being compensated. I mean, it didn't matter what I said to my pension system. I mean, and then I had a phone hearing with some retired judge. Excuse me, and even he was making up bullshit excuses because my whole argument is it's not a warrant. And there's in New York State, there's state law that they're not allowed to touch your pension. Your pension cannot be garnished, and they did it anyway. All right, so it's a tough. Getting an income withholding order is not easy. Okay, the best way to fight it is to go to court. You're gonna have to go to court and file an injunction. Okay. And then you're going to have to, assert your rights as a man. Okay, remember, when you're a man or a woman or one of the people, you have rights. Corporations do not have rights. So remember, and you're not a person. We went over that in my last video. Okay? All right. So you're going to send an affidavit cease and desist to the child support agency, your employer, and the bank. And in it, you're going to declare that you're a living man or woman. You're going to declare that you're protected by the Bill of Rights. The Fourth Amendment of the Bill of Rights requires a warrant coming from a court of proper jurisdiction. And you're going to fight. You just fight based on that. It's hard. It's going to be hard for the court to deny this fact because the courts are supposed to defend your rights as a man or a woman, as one of the people. And if you make it known to the bank that you're not a person, it's going to, make it known to the court, they're going to have a hard time. Okay, so sending a letter of cease and desist The child support agency employee in the bank is the first move in noticing the parties that you're ordering them to stop. It's also, then it becomes evidence. Okay, now you have evidence that they cannot claim that they were not told, and that they cannot claim, well, I didn't know. I was just, I thought that it was a warrant. I thought I had to do it. You're telling them that they're not supposed to, listen, follow an income withholding order because it violates your Fourth Amendment rights. At this point, they're violating your rights under the Bill of Rights. Okay, affidavit cease and desist should be sent right away as a warning, as I just said. Okay, and then you'll have evidence to file in court. Okay, should be directed to the child support agency, your employer, and a bank. Okay, personally, if you can do it. If not, you can do it by certified mail or registered mail. Okay. Also, you can demand to see your signature on a contract for child support services. Okay, and just read this slide here. Okay. Now, you could file an injunction in your county court to prevent the employer, or just Google in your, just Google, just Google where do I file an injunction, or what court can I file an injunction in, and hopefully it comes up. Okay, I would try a county court, but every state has different courts. Okay, so you're going to file a petition for cease and desist. Is file a petition not for cease and desist, for an injunction. Excuse me. Okay, well, I fairly simple process method, forcing the court to order the child support agency. Nothing in court is fairly simple. I probably shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. All right. Nothing in court is fairly simple. All right. You're dealing with the courts are so corrupt. It's unbelievable. I mean, you could have your paperwork ready to roll, and then you give it to the people that work at the clerk, counter or whatever office, and then you got to deal with, they'll walk away. Oh, I'll be right back, and they'll walk away and they'll disappear for 15 minutes. And what they're doing is they're bringing your paperwork to the judge or a judge, and they read over your paperwork, and they'll say, no. Tell them that you cannot accept paperwork, and they'll make up some bullshit reason and come back to you. But don't fall for that. Say, no. You already have it in your hand. You have to file it. And those of you that have my paperwork, I provided for you clerk paperwork to give to the clerk's office that forces them to file it. Okay, I got everything covered. I've been doing this for a bunch of years. And all the scams, I got paperwork for. Okay? Once they accept the paperwork, they have to file it. All right? All right, I'll explain to you here. Now, here's something that I said this before, they put you in a bad spot. Excuse me. This is a big decision to file in court because you don't want to piss your employer off. We don't want you to get fired. So if it comes down to you losing your job, you might want to rethink it. It's a big decision. This is what they do. They put you in a bad spot. Okay? Maybe your employer would understand. Maybe you might have an employer that's, take me to court. And if the court tells me that, I don't have to file it, I won't file it. Maybe you get lucky that way. Okay, that's what I said before. All right, your employer cannot claim an income withholding order as a warrant coming from a court of proper jurisdiction, and thereby they're violating your Fourth Amendment. So, you could also sue your employer for violating your civil rights. Okay? What is the definition of an injunction? It's a court order commanding or preventing an action. To get an injunction, the complainant must show that there is no plain, adequate, or complete remedy at law. Okay? All right, it should be filed in a court. call the court for instructions. Also, you must serve the other party with copies of the court paperwork. And you must have somebody, usually the acceptable way is taking the paperwork and dropping it in the mail. And then they fill out a affidavit of service form. Okay, you must do that. Okay, and again, just read this. I'm moving along now. All right. Having your income, wages seized by income withholding order, it's very frustrating and difficult. It destroyed my life. All right. And I can laugh about it now, but it did a number on me. They were seizing the money right out of my pension system, and I couldn't pay my mortgage. All right. And then I was forced to sell my house because I couldn't make my mortgage payment because they were taking the money right out of my pension system. These are dirty people, especially if you fight. Like I was fighting these people, and if you go back to my old videos back in the day, you could actually see me fighting these people. All right, that's the type of person I am, the type of man that I am. Excuse me, I'm not a person. I stick up for myself. But again, I made waves, and they weren't going to make it easy on me. But whatever, I wound up getting out of it. So what are you going to do? All right. So this is Fourth Amendment, right? Fourth Amendment. No warrant shall be. See, the right of people to be secure in their persons. I don't like that word. Houses, papers. Well, this is a remade version of the Fourth Amendment. Okay, this is not the original Fourth Amendment, because they weren't using words like persons back in 1791 when the Bill of Rights was ratified. The Bill of Rights was ratified December 15th, 1791. The Bill of Rights is the only true law in this country. Okay, understand that. And you can just fight on that. The Bill of Rights is the ratified law. It was ratified by the 13 states, all of them. So that means all 13 of them agreed that the first 10 amendments were the law of the land. Okay? And then we had this thing called the Civil War, which if you look at I don't want to get into it, but if you get into the true history of this country, the Civil War was when our country was taken over. That's when where the Constitution became a corporate constitution. They rewrote the Constitution in 1871. All right, and like the President of the United States is really a CEO, and they made the United States a corporation. So it wasn't called the United States of America. It was called the United States, and under 28 U.S.C. Section 3002. Yeah, here you go, right here, right? 28 U.S.C. Section 3002, subsection 15. The United States means a federal corporation, an agency, a department, a commission, a board, an entity of the United States. Okay? That's what it is. So that's what happened. The United States became a corporation after the Civil War. All right? What else we got here? Let me see what I can find here. Here we go. Person includes a natural person, which it's oxymoron. A corporation, a partnership. We went over this, but we'll go over it again. Corporation does not have rights given to it by God. They don't have unalienable rights. Only people do. Okay, so that's the reason why you want to file paperwork right away rebutting that you are a person. You are not a person. You're rebutting that you're a man or a woman. And you go from there. Okay? Also, for information, an income withholding order is a violation of due process under the Fifth Amendment. Right here. Okay? You cannot have life, liberty, or property without due process of law. And due process of law really is an order from a jury, believe it or not. That's the way it's supposed to be. A jury order is where it's supposed to come from, because these judges are not impartial. The judge is supposed to be there to make sure the jury is impartial. Okay? Alright, so we're going to stop right there. And again, please be aware that there are people out there selling my paperwork. Okay? If you want the real deal, you come to me. Alright? I showed you I helped a couple more people get off child support or get a refund. My paperwork is about as legit as you're going to find on the internet. And again, I got people reselling my paperwork, claiming that a judge and his family wrote up the 65 affidavits. Oh, God. All right, so I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.